Today we will start with polysaccharides in carbohydrates chapter. We have already done monosaccharides and then oligosaccharides, and now we will deal with polysaccharides. In polysaccharides means the carbohydrates which upon hydrolysis gives large number of monosaccharides, and in this we will be doing starch and cellulose. So first is starch and second is cellulose. In starch or it is also called amylum, its general formula is C6H10O5 N times, and it is a main storage polysaccharide. It is a main storage polysaccharide and it is found in plants, and it has two components. First is amylose and second is amylopectin. First is amylose and second is amylopectin. Amylose is present in around 20 to 28%. Generally it is taken 20%, and its general formula is C6H10O5 N times, where N is 200 to 400 units, means it has small number of units, while amylopectin, which forms around 80%, it has same general formula where N is different and maybe from 1000 to 3000 units, from 1000 to 3000 units, and the structural difference we will study further. And in this starch all monomer units are alpha D glucose units, and it has two types of linkages. First is alpha 1,4 linkage and second is alpha 1,6 linkage. Both linkages are present and we will showing where these are present, and these have no pre-aldehyde group, and these are found in wheat, rice, corns, potatoes. So next is starch. As we have already discussed, it is a storage polysaccharide and it accumulates in plant cells, and it is a mixture, or it has two components, amylose and amylopectin. In amylose it makes about 20% of starch and it is made of 250 to 400 D glucose units. And in this, what is important is, in this only alpha 1,4 glycosidic linkages are present, and these are long chains which tend to coil. Note the points carefully because we will discuss this in difference in the end. So in amylopectin it makes up around 80% and it also contains D glucose units, and in this alpha 1,4 glycosidic linkages are present and alpha 1,6 glycosidic linkages are also present, and but these are present in side chain branches. Side chain branches have alpha 1,6 glycosidic linkage and straight chains have 1,4 glycosidic linkages. And we eat starch and digestive system breaks it down into glucose units for our body. So it has two components. First is amylose and second is amylopectin. Amylose, as we have already discussed, have only 1,4 glycosidic linkages. 1,4 glycosidic linkages means one carbon forms bond with fourth carbon of second glucose unit, and these units are alpha because O means OH is lying on the lower side. Similarly in this also OH is lying on the below, and in this also OH is lying on the below side. So these are alpha D glucose units, and these form glycosidic linkages. 4 glycosidic linkages, that is C1 of one unit and C4 of next unit forms glycosidic linkage. And these amylose units have D-glucose glucose only in a chain. That is, amylose have a linear structure, but it is further coiled. And similarly, it is have a structural formula. Similarly, we can show these rings in chair forms, because chair form is more stable. We can see here also 3 units are present, and this also C1 forms bond with C4 of other. Here again C1 carbon forms bond with C4 of the other molecule. So it is glycosidic linkage C1LD, or we can say it is alpha, because alpha units are present, alpha 1,4 glycosidic linkage. And in the amylopectin, we have chains also. So main is this chain is present, and in this chain all the units are alpha D glucose units. OH is on the lower side, and here is also OH present on the lower side. So these units, alpha D glucose units, form C1 C4 glycosidic linkages. But in amylopectin, side chains are also present, and side chains are formed between C1 and C6 carbon. So in a chain, the molecules are present, and the molecules which are present in a chain through 6th carbon forms bond with 1st carbon of the other unit, and this is C1 C6 glycosidic linkage. So amylopectin has 2 types of linkages. In a chain, it has C1 C4 glycosidic linkages, and in branches it has C1 C6 glycosidic linkages. And in the chair form also we can see these are chain, and this is branching. In the branching, 1st and 6th carbon forms glycosidic linkage. So next is cellulose. In cellulose, the structural formula, molecular formula is same, C6H10O5 n times, and in this beta 1,4 glycosidic linkages are present. In this beta glycosidic linkages are present, while earlier alpha linkages were present, and due to beta, the overall structure is completely altered. So cellulose has overall different structure as compared to starch. So in amylose, the glucose units coils, but in this, these beta units are present in straight line, and due to straight, these are lie side by side and form strong and rigid structures. So cellulose has rigid structures, and we cannot digest cellulose, you must be knowing this, and it assists in only digestive movement in small and large intestines. And so this cellulose has only glucose units, but these are beta glucose units, which we can see in the structure. In this structure, these 3 molecules are present. In this, OH group is present on the upper side, so it is beta unit. In this also upper side, in this also upper side. So these are the beta D glucose units, and these form bond of 1 carbon with C4 of another. So these cellulose has beta 1,4 glycosidic linkages. So what is the difference between cellulose and starch? We will discuss in the next